I'm Kayla Morrison with DSU-TV. It is undeniable that Delaware State is on the rise. The U.S. News and World Report ranked Delaware State University number 13 best HBCU in the country, moving up 2 spots from last year's ranking. And today I have with me the man responsible, President Dr. Harry L. Williams. Thank you so much for coming and spending some time with us. We really appreciate it, and we're so glad to have you.
Well, thank you for taking the time to come and visit here with me. This is an exciting time to be at Delaware State, so I'm looking forward to our interview today.
Now, you have created a reputation for yourself as being a visionary. When you first were inaugurated, and I'd like to add that was my freshman year. Okay, okay. What was your vision at that time?
Well, the vision has been clear, that we want to make Delaware State the #1 HBCU in America. And that's been my focus from day one. And we've been working at it every single day and looking at how we can continue to improve the quality of our institution, because this is a quality place. And my job is to promote that. And just as you referenced in your intro, we've moved up 2 slots to number 13, which is significant. And we have moved on, it's been pretty fast, the pace in terms of our by moving upward in a positive way, because in 2008 we were ranked 22nd, and in 2009 we were ranked 17th, and in 2010 we were ranked 15th, and this year we're at 13th. So we're moving, so that's the direction you want to be heading.
What have you found to be the most important thing, or one of the most important things is in terms of your responsibility in order to keep us progressing?
I think the #1 priority for us in terms of moving this institution is making sure we have a clear focus, and also looking at our challenges in terms of supporting our students. We've made it very clear that we are focused in on trying to make sure that our students, we retain our students, and that they graduate. And that's been a challenge, as you know, because it's been tough economically, and a lot of students they're hurting financially in terms of making sure that the resources are here to support them so that they can graduate and move through. And we've been working really hard trying to secure outside resources to support our students, especially students who are struggling financially. So that's been a challenge, but we've seen some growth in that area. We had a record year in fundraising this past year in terms of our annual giving. And a lot of it, we focus, again, our energy around students, making sure they have the resources so they can move through this educational pipeline in a 4-year tenure. When students come into our university, if you're focused, and this is the key, you're focused and you know what you want to do, you can graduate from Delaware State University in 4 years or less. And because we have the majors, all of our programs that we have here at the institution, they're set up for a 4-year track. So when students come in and they say, they stay 5 or 6, it's because sometimes they get off track and they may get off focus. So that's why we really do believe that the students we admit into the university, including your class and all the classes since I've been here, that these students are going to move through the pipeline and graduate at a fast pace.
What are some of the other factors that go into being ranked?
That's a very good question, and I'm glad you brought that point up, because the evaluators, they look at your retention and graduation rate, and that's why we put a lot of emphasis on retention and graduation. We want to make sure that you have the resources there to support students. So we want our retention rate to improve and our graduation rate to increase. They also look at alumni giving, alumni support. So it's important when students graduate from Delaware State, I don't care if you give $1, that you give something back to the institution, and we're hurting in that area, by the way. We have our alumni giving rate is not where I want it to be. Is about 6% right now, which is way below the national average for colleges and universities. And our goal, we want to get it at least 10 to 15%. If we're in that ballpark, that's positive for us. And it's also positive in terms of what's happening in America around giving. So they look at your alumni giving. They look at the quality of your faculty, where your faculty members are coming from. We have our percentage of faculty members here with PhDs. We're at 95% of our faculty members who have a terminal degree. in their area, and that's very, very good because they look at that. They look at faculty resources. They look at in terms of what you have here for your faculty, make sure that you have those resources there for you. And another variable that they throw in there is a qualitative variable because they look at your peers, other presidents will rate you based on their impressions of your institution in terms of that process. So those are the variables that they take into account, and we're focused in on that, and that's why we've had some improvement in our retention numbers. We've had some improvements in our graduation numbers, not where I want them to be now, right. But in order to be number one, we gotta be right up there with the number one. Number one right now is Spelman College, and if you look at their retention rate and their graduation rate, a little bit they're a little bit higher than ours right now, but we can get there. I'm confident that we can move in that direction.